Warm regards everyone and welcome to today's session on Health Manpower Planning and Distribution. My name is Dr. Kavitha Ashok, Assistant Professor in Department of Hospital Administration. Today we will cover the fundamentals of Health Manpower Planning, understand its major components, discuss influencing factors and challenges, and explore strategies to improve manpower distribution in healthcare settings. These are our specific learning objectives. At the end of this lecture, you should be able to define and understand the meaning of health manpower planning, list key components and factors influencing manpower planning, identify common challenges in health manpower planning. What is health manpower planning? To start, let's understand what health manpower planning means. It is a process of estimating the number, type and the distribution of healthcare personnel needed to meet the healthcare needs of the population. The goal is to ensure the right number of healthcare workers with the right skills are available in the right place and at the right time. This is a systematic approach and is crucial for any health system. Even the best hospital and equipment cannot deliver quality care without competent human resources. What are the types of different health manpower? Health manpower is a broad term that includes doctors, nurses, pharmacists, lab technicians, radiographers, health assistants, health workers such as auxiliary nurse midwives, ASHA, and Anganwadi workers. Each profession contributes to preventive, promotive, curative, and rehabilitative health services, making the diversity of health staff a key strength in any system. Next, we are going to see what are the key components in the health manpower planning. Health manpower planning involves several critical components. Assessment of needs, that is, identifying the healthcare demands by analyzing population demographics, disease burden, and healthcare access. The next one is availability of manpower. Evaluate the current workforce quantity, qualifications, and competencies, considering the attrition rate, retirement, and the migration trends comes in the availability of manpower. Next is training and education. Align health education with healthcare needs, introduce targeted programs for shortages and build capacity in specialized areas, especially in the rural areas. Deployment and distribution. Ensure equitable distribution of staff between urban and rural areas. Provide incentives for underserved regions. Next is forecasting and projections. Use data and models to predict future workforce needs, considering changes in population and healthcare technology. Next, we are going to see what are the factors influencing the distribution. Distribution of manpower is shaped by geographical factors, that is, urban-rural disparities often lead to more staff in cities than villages. Next is economic factors. Professionals prefer areas with higher pay and better infrastructure, making it people working much less in the rural areas. Next is social and cultural factors, that is, language, local culture and lifestyle can affect willingness to serve the certain regions. Next is policy, that is, government, recruitment, training and deployment strategies directly impact the workforce allocation. Next, what we are going to see is challenges in planning. Some major challenges include insufficient training professionals for population needs, over-concentration in urban areas, leaving rural areas underserved, skill mismatches with some workers assigned jobs outside their training, migration of skilled staff to other countries, limited resources for recruitment and training. Next, we are going to see what are the strategies for effective planning. To overcome these challenges, a variety of strategies can be adopted. Financial incentives for rural postings such as rural allowance and housing, task shifting, that is, training community health workers for specific medical roles. Next is data-driven planning using workforce information system, public-private partnerships to share resources. Next is continuous professional development programs to update staff skills. And to conclude, health manpower planning ensures the right number of trained workers are available where and when needed. It is a crucial process for delivering efficient care and improving health outcomes. As future hospital administrators, understanding these concepts will help you make informed decisions and contribute effectively to Indian healthcare system. These are my references. Feel free to ask any questions. Thank you.